Resting in Valheim is so important that not having the rested buff is basically a weakness. But how do you maximize your rested level and get even more length out of that buff? It's really simple. Here's how. You may have already noticed that when you place decorations around your home, your rested buff starts to go up, but it seems sort of haphazard and unpredictable sometimes, and that's totally normal. Here's how it actually works. In shelter and resting, you have a comfort level in the top right. Currently, mine is at the maximum comfort 18, but to get that number up, you place items in one of 11 categories of decorations in the game. 2 of those are special categories that are only seasonal or if you find a special spot in the game, but we'll cover all of them anyway. Starting at the top, you get 1 point of comfort for just sitting around a campfire or other fireplace. So you see, I'm by the fire and I take a seat, I get 1 point. If you find yourself sheltered when near one, you get an extra point just for that. A simple shack like this is enough to give you the rested buff, so long as the majority of your body is covered from all directions and you have a fire nearby. However, whenever I do get that shelter registration, it doesn't go up by 1 like I said it would. It goes up to 3, which brings us into our next category, campfires. Having a campfire nearby will also give you 1 point of buff so long as you're under shelter. A number of things can register as a campfire. A normal simple campfire, a big old bonfire, these standing fire pits and standing braziers and hanging braziers. But if you want to upgrade to when you unlock stone to one of these hearths, it'll provide an extra point. Only the hearth will give you that 2 point bonus. So when you sit near a hearth out in the wild, instead of having 3, you'll have 4. Our next category is rugs. All of these rugs, whether that's the red jute, blue jute, deer, wolf, locks, or hair, all provide +1. And it's important to note that these buffs don't stack. It'll only take the highest number of each category, and since these are all equal, it doesn't matter. Having extra rugs doesn't mean anything, and having multiple types doesn't mean anything either. So in your home, once you unlock a deer rug, you're good, you're set, you don't need to stress too much beyond that. Next are going to be the tables. A normal table and black marble table both add a single point. And like I said before, they don't stack. So it's one or the other if you want a single point, although black marble isn't going to be until much later in the game. However, this dark wood circular table and long table both add 2 points. So to maximize your buff, shoot for one of these. In the back here, you see a line of these banners. These all each add 1 point. All of them are equal, so like the rugs, don't get too picky, get just 1 if you want. Maybe you can get more for decorative purposes, but it's not going to help your comfort buff. You only need 1 type, and like before, they don't stack. The next category, and one of the biggest ones, are seats. Here we've got the standard bench, sitting log, stool, and black marble bench, all adding a single point of comfort. In this middle bit, we have a chair and a dark wood chair that add 2 points of comfort. However, the chair is unlocked early on, so that could be a great addition when you have fine wood to really up your comfort level. These thrones, however, which require varying degrees of materials to unlock, the raven throne, stone throne, and the black marble throne, all add 3 points. And like before, none of these stack, so pick whatever is most affordable or most fits your theme, and you'll be set. The next is bed. There are currently only 2 beds. A normal standard bed that you would get really early on in the game, which adds 1 point of comfort, or a dragon bed, which would add 2 points. So if you really want that extra point, you can switch your normal bed over to a dragon bed just to get that extra point. Next is the hot tub, which adds 2 points of comfort only when it's heated. So you have to come in the back and add wood into the burner. However, you don't need to sit in the hot tub itself to get that point. Finally, for the standard categories, we have an armor stand. And you can put anything you want on the armor stand. It's just the blank stand itself that adds a single point of comfort. Having multiple armor stands won't do anything to up that benefit, except maybe expand the range. You'll only need to have 1 for that comfort buff. Now what about these 2 that I showed at the very start? The first one is this maypole. Naturally spawning in everyone's world is a single maypole, generally on the starting island with the player. Sometimes it's on one island over, but it'll always be in the meadows, usually around ruined homes. This will automatically grant 1 point of comfort. However, during the summer holiday event, the Valheim devs will allow you to build one of your own. So whenever summer rolls around, take advantage of that. Place at least 1, maybe a few maypoles around your buildings, just to get that extra comfort buff that you wouldn't normally have. In a similar aspect, the Yule tree is a seasonal thing. It does not naturally spawn in the game. You would have to make it. And this is going to be around Christmas time where you can place this Yule tree and get another single point of benefit. So if you see I sit over here, the maximum resting buff you can get in the game is 18 points, leading to 25 minutes of that rested buff. However, that's with these 2 extra benefits. Otherwise, it's going to usually be 16, meaning if you have everything, your rested buff is going to be 23 minutes long. Now, why would you want the rested buff? The buff itself provides you a plus 50% to your health regeneration, a plus 100% to your stamina regeneration, plus 50% to your XP gain, and plus 100% to your iter regeneration. Very useful to the point where walking out in the world without this buff is almost like being debuffed. You really need to have this buff in order to really be successful in the biomes, especially if you're early on in a new biome. That's all there is to comfort. Let us know what sort of layouts you're running in your builds to get the maximum comfort buffs. And as always, thank you so much for watching.